Okay, hello, here is Dr. Tolchinova to help you to do your homework on rounding and estimation. Work out estimates for each of the following. Alright, when they ask you to estimate something, what you need to do is to round to one significant figure, each number. One significant figure is one, the first digit from the left, which is not equal to 0. Alright, so 145 will be rounded to the very first from the left digit, which is not 0, so 1. Alright, and so rounding, we see what is the next digit. The next digit is 4, which is less than 5, so we are rounding that to 100. Yeah, and 78 rounded to one significant figure will be the first significant figure will be tens, right? So we're rounding to tens. The next digit is 8, which is more than 5, so we're rounding that to 80. So multiplying 100 by 80 gives us 800, right? Okay, let's round this one to one significant figure. The first significant figure is tens, digits tens, right? So the next digit is 9, so we're rounding up, which is 20. Divide by 2, because 1.51 rounded to the very first non-zero digit 1 will be 2, so 20 divided by 2 is roughly 10. Okay, not roughly, just 10. Okay, alright, rounding these numbers to one significant figure from the left, 48.9. okay, the first digit that is not equal to 0 from the left is tens, 4 tens, right? 4 tens, so you have to get tens. The next digit is 8. Since the next digit is more than 5, so we're rounding up our 4 tens, so it will be 5 tens. This number is 2.78. The first significant figure here is 2. It is the first non-zero digit, so you will be rounding 2 units, and you will be rounding up because the next digit is 7, which is more than 5, so we're rounding it to 3. 11.9. The first non-zero digit from the left is 1 tenth, so you're rounding it to tenths, so, and the next digit is 1, so it will be 10. So 50 times 3 is 150, and times 10 is 1500. That's the answer. Okay, alright, work out an estimate for the value for this value. Alright, so what we do is we estimate every number that we have in the sum to one significant figure, so that becomes 4000. 2.3 becomes 2 times 20. Can you see there is always one significant figure only? Here the first significant non-zero number is 3000. Okay, we round it up because the next digit is 9, alright, and the first significant figure is actually thousands, alright, so that's why 4000. 2 units, rounding up, not rounding up, alright, because the next digit was just 3, alright, and for the same reason 18.7 is rounded to 20. Okay, now we write 4000 divided by 40, and 4000 divided by 40 is 100, isn't it? Okay, so the answer is 100. Alright, here 612 times 39, rounding to one significant figure, is 600 times 40 over 0.5. Please notice that 0.53 is not rounded to 1. The reason is because the first significant figure, which is the first digit from the left, which is not 0, is 5, so we're rounding to 0.5, right? 0.5 is twice smaller than 1. You will get, definitely, you know, if you will divide it by half, your answer will be 2 times bigger. Alright, so surely your if you would round this to 1, you will make great mistake. And by the way, it is also not one significant figure if you round it to this number to 1. Alright, so please be careful here. So 6 times 4 is 24, and zeros. Alright, divide by 0.5, So what do we get? If we divide by half, we double it. Think about this, right? How many halves are there in 1? 2, right? How many halves would be there in 4s? If you think about this, alright, in halves, alright, how many halves are there in 4s? 2, right? Because when we look how many halves goes into a number, we actually double it, alright? So here will have the same will happen, alright? If we divide by half, we'll get 48,000, because in every one is 2 halves, so in 24,000 will be 48,000 halves, alright? So that's the answer, okay? And now question 4, rounding. 40.7 rounded will be 40. This one will be 2. 0.053 rounded to the very first non-zero number, okay? Non-zero number will be 0.05. Alright, so let's do it. 40 times 2 is 80, divided by 0.05. Alright, now we need to see what happens when we divide by 0.05. To be honest, like I would do this. I would multiply. I want to see this as a whole number, alright? So what I will do, I will multiply by 100. Then what I will get at the bottom part, I will get 0.05 multiplied by 100. I will get 5, right? Which is so much nicer to deal with than all these 0.05s. But I should remember that I have to multiply top number also by 100. So that's what I'll get, 8,000, right? So now what do? I will divide 8,000 by 5. So let's divide, okay? 8,000 by 5. So what we will get? 5 goes into 8 once, the remainder is 3. 30 divided by 5 is 6. Alright, and 2 zeros left, so we'll just write them at the end. So the answer will be 1,600. And that's correct answer. Okay, let's do the one more question. Again, rounding every number to one significant figure. Here we have 10, 4, 0.02. Yep. Okay, now we have 10 times 4 is 40, 0.02. We don't like to divide by decimal numbers, so what we will do, we'll multiply by 100 by 100. Alright, so that's what will give us, that will give us 2. Here we'll have 4,000. Alright, 4,000 divided by 2 is clearly 2,000, which is our answer. Alright, okay. Here's almost final answer. Question 6. Work out estimates for the following calculations. State whether your answer is an underestimate or an overestimate. Alright, so I will do 1,000 on top, 5 times 11, okay? Or I would say 10. Yep. Alright, and so what I will do, I will divide by 10, so I will get 100 here, so I will have 100 divided by 5, which is 20, right? So, and what can we do to answer this question? We need to take our calculator. Okay, and we need really to answer the question whether it is underestimate or overestimate, right? We need to find the real answer on the calculator, okay? So what I will do is, you can see, alright, I need to press fractions, and simply we'll do the sum, 995.3, and then at the bottom I will have 5.3 times 11.3, and what my answer is going to be 16, can you see, 16.61880. okay? So what do you think? If the real answer was 16.618, was it underestimate or overestimate? I think it is overestimate, isn't it? But still very close, still very close. So we say our answer is 20 and overestimate, right? Overestimate. Okay, and let's do the second question. Let's round. 101.7 is 100 approximately over 4 times 4.72 is 8, isn't it? Alright, so 100 divided by 32 is a little bit tricky, alright? So I'm going really to cancel all of this. Oh, I think I made a mistake. 3.7 will be 4 and 4.72 is 5. So sorry for this, alright? 4 times 5 is 20. That's lucky if we've got now 4 times 5, not 8 here. So we've got 20, because dividing 100 by 20 is so much better than dividing by 32. So that gives me answer 5, alright? So let's see whether it is over or underestimate. So we need to find exact answer, alright? So here is my calculator, and so I press this fraction. No, that's not right button. So this one, okay, fraction button, and so I'm pressing 101.7, and here we are. We have 3.7 times 4.72, and so let's press equal sign, and that's the answer that we are getting. 5.82.34 is the real answer. So what do you think? If our estimate was 5, it was underestimate, isn't it? Because our answer is smaller than the real one. Okay, so it was underestimate. Yet we've been quite close, right? And finally, this question: work out an estimate for the value of 2.52 times 11.7 squared. Alright, let's see what we can do. 2.52 to one significant figure is 3. Yep. Times 11.7 rounded to one significant figure is 10 squared. Okay, that is 10 squared is 100, times 3 is 300. That is 300, the answer. Okay, and that's it. That's your homework. Thank you for watching me. I hope it was helpful to you. Alright, bye.